Hi everyone, happy Monday. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. I do apologize for not getting a video out to you on Friday. I didn't have my day job on Friday, and usually on the days that I don't have had to go to my day job, which is usually just Saturday and Sunday, I don't do tarot readings because I end up I wake up a little bit later and then I end up like cleaning up and working and doing stuff around the house and just kind of, unless I've already started my day kind of being active, it's a little bit harder for me to get up and then get ready to do a video because I gotta put on clothes. That's probably the main reason I don't do videos on the weekends, is because I usually, if I'm outside, I'm already obviously wearing clothes because that is the law. But when I'm at home, it's a little bit less formal, if you know what I mean. So sorry about that. I hope you forgive me. Here we are for Monday, and we're doing another pick a card. Today we are using the Vice Versa Tarot, the Oracle of the Fairies, and the Tarot of the Orishas, or the Faeries Oracle is what that last one is called. Excuse me. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. I took a week off and still trying to get back into the swing of things. I'm also working on something a little bit different for the channel that I hope you guys will enjoy. I recorded the first video for that and it was kind of an emotional thing, but we'll see what else comes of it. And like I said, let's get started. So we have the Vice Versa Tarot. With the Vice Versa Tarot, we have Carnelian. So Carnelian is a really good stone for getting kind of grounded, getting stabilized. It's also a good stone for bringing your energy up. So when I say grounded or stabilizing, I mean if you're feeling kind of out of sorts, you're feeling kind of wild, you're feeling kind of floaty, and you're not really sure of what you need to do, who you are, anything like that. You're just feeling like you're unstable. Grounding helps to bring that stability to you. At the same time, it can also energize you. So you can be grounded, you can be stable and energized, okay? And this can just kind of revitalize that energy. It can also help give you kind of a burst of creativity, of new ideas. It can help you break through apathy if that's something you're dealing with. It can help you feel a little bit more courageous so that you're more able to pursue the things that you want to pursue in your life. So it's a great stone for kind of bringing that passion and that energy back into your life. Let's see what your message is from the Vice Versa Tarot. For whoever this reading is meant for this day, Monday, April 22nd, 2019, for whoever this reading is meant to help and guide from their higher self to mine, from those beings that guide us all, our angels, our divine spirits, our ancestors, whatever it is that you believe is guiding you here, whatever it is that brought you here today. I ask those beings to help guide us and send a message to whoever it is that has chosen this deck and chosen this guidance for this day, Monday, April 22nd, 2019. Please and thank you. You have death on this side. This is death, correct? Yes. So death on its own in general means change. It means something new might be coming into your life, but also something that you've kind of held on to is about to wilt away or fade away. I feel like with this card, there's also the message of, how do I say that? It's okay, so I'm thinking about how this horse kind of just looks like he's demanding that, or he's very powerful, very intimidating, and it feels to me like he's kind of demanding that you change your ways, that something you're doing is, you're not supposed to be doing it, you're not supposed to be acting that way or saying it or behaving in a certain manner or treating people a certain way, whatever it is, it's something you know you're not supposed to be doing. But you're still kind of holding on to that for whatever reason. Maybe it's a comfort zone thing. Maybe it's like, you know, people around you don't want to see that change. They don't want to see you let it go because it's comfortable for them. Whatever it is, it's something you're just not ready to let go of. But because the other side is this kind of beautiful image, you know, I think once you're able to let go of whatever it is that you know needs to go, whatever it is you know you shouldn't be doing, you are going to find that you're actually a lot more peaceful and a lot more joyful than you truly are in this place where you think you're in your comfort zone, because you're not really. Like, you're in this place because you think you need to be in this place. You think that this is just natural for you. This is just your usual. This is your normal experience. But the opposite of that place, or the way to coming through that place, getting through that place, it's a very positive kind of energy on the other side. So I think right now you're kind of in this position where you're doing something that you know you don't need to be doing, or you're holding on to something you don't need to be holding on to, and it's not bringing you any joy. And I think right now is the time for you to try to break through that. Okay, so let's see what the book says about this side of death. This side of death. This card is a fearsome sight indeed, but do not fear, for it rarely signifies an impending death. It is a reminder, a memento mori, that death comes to everyone and everything. In fables, those who try to evade death always fail. Something has ended or is about to end, and there's no escaping that. Release what no longer serves you, and make way for the new. Okay, that is your reading for the Vice Versa Tarot. You can either click on the description. I'll try to put the numbers in there. I know I literally have never done it for these videos, for the Vice Versa or Tarot Orishas video. I did it for the other video, which I don't know what that's about, but I will try to put the numbers in, and if I do, click on it so that you can go to our next deck, which is the Faeries Oracle. Thank you so much for being here. If you're not going to go to the next ones, and I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Okay, next we have the Faeries Oracle with Aventurine on top. So Aventurine is also a great stone for like building up creativity. It also is wonderful for like dispelling negative energy, dispelling like doubt, depression, just kind of any kind of negative energies that you're feeling or negative entities that you might sense around you. This is a wonderful stone for kind of just dissipating that kind of dark energy. It just kind of breaks it up, you know? And I often call this the friendship stone. I really feel like this is a wonderful stone if you're trying to make a new friend, or you want to like connect with someone on a positive level. This is it's a fun stone to just kind of hold on to and keep with you. Sometimes, you know, some people will make necklaces. I used to do that. I haven't done it in a while, but I used to have like little sacks on this necklace that I would just kind of hang on here, and then I put herbs and stones in it, but it was kind of clunky and uncomfortable. But just, you know, being able to wear the Aventurine stone can help bring a lot more positivity to your day-to-day life. It can bring more smiles, and again, it can kind of boost your creativity, boost your joy, and kind of break up the negative energy that you may be feeling or sensing around you, okay? So let's see what message you have from the Faeries Oracle. What is the message for whoever chose this deck for this day, Monday, April 22nd, 2019? What is the message from the fairies, from our higher selves and those beings that guide us, and especially those fae beings that watch over us, that touch our lives, that bring joy and smiles to us, that awaken in the spring, that steal our keys and shiny things? What message do the Fae have for whoever this reading is meant for? Please and thank you for this day, April 22nd, 2019, Monday. Please and thank you. What is the message from the Fae? You have Mickle a Muckle. I think that's his name. That's so this card actually, I feel like I've seen this card. Well, I've obviously seen it, but I feel like I saw this card a couple of times today when I was setting up for tarot. I feel like every time I like moved the fairies deck, this guy popped out. So that's something interesting to think about. He's number 49. So then we have the number of stability and the number of idealism, of higher thought, of being creative. Probably, I feel like he seems like a very creative kind of joyful kind of spirit. Like, look at him. He looks like he's happy. He looks a little bit mischievous. Like, he's not afraid to get in a little bit of trouble. Oh, there are other faces in there too. Cute. So I think today, the message is maybe just have a little bit of fun. Let yourself be a little bit more carefree. Let yourself be a little bit more joyful and happy today. Let yourself just kind of smile, be free, be comfortable, be natural. If you're at home alone and you live by yourself, walk around, dance around in your undies and just be free. Like, don't let things weigh you down today. Don't let things hold you down. If you're at home or you're at work, whatever, don't let anybody else affect your positive mood. Just let that positive mood be what it is. Enjoy yourself. Smile today. Be a little bit carefree. Be, excitable. Let yourself indulge in your creative energy. Draw pictures, write, paint things, stick stickers on all of your school notebooks or whatever. Just do something that brings you a smile, okay? So let's see what the book says about Mickle a Muckle. I think that's what it says. That looks like an M, but it's also kind of looks like an N and also an H and also an A, but I'm 95% sure it's an M. Mickle-a-muckle, it is indeed an M, represents everyday blessings, play, or mixed blessings. Mickle-a-muckle is known as a Grig. Grigs are very merry, so merry that they have become proverbial for it, and they want you to be merry too, with a childlike, open heart. Mickle informs us that little things come in good packages. He's a little thing and therefore is good and well packaged in his skin. That's just fairy logic. Mickle can be foolish, silly, playful, silly, playful, and absurd. He is fond of goofing off, and he considers play to be an art form and himself a fine artist. He understands renewing the spirit and recreating the body and emotions. He knows that all of us have a child within who needs to play and be cherished. He also knows we need to make mistakes so we can learn from them, which is how he got the title of a mixed blessing. When we stop pretending to be adults for a moment and stop trying to live up to some impossible and probably boring standard, we can regain the clear, direct vision of a child. Like Mickle, we can see the things that they really are, and we can focus on the present moment, which is our only place of power. Here and now is where we can do things, change things, and enjoy real things instead of mere ideas and dreams. He reminds us that the past is the past, it's gone forever. The future's just a dream, and now is the only time we have, moment by moment. He's a great adventurer and explorer of life. He leads us to the hidden, surprising, and magical places if we let him. In a reading, Mickle says to lighten up. What's needed here is the benefit of a childlike, trusting heart and childlike wisdom, seeing directly into the true nature of things. Don't complicate matters. What you see is what you get. Don't look for hidden and subtle meanings and motivations because they're not there in this case. Go to the heart of the matter, the simple core hidden behind complexities. Don't be so caught up in thinking about the future that you can't see what's happening now. Welcome adventure into your life. Try something you've never done before, and take some time to play with Mickle before you turn into a grumpy Glumph or worn-out Wurg. Glumph and Wurg are different kind of fae that also appear in this deck. That's a Mickle. He is telling you not to be self-centered or inconsiderate, but to be fun. So there you have it. Like I said, relax, take it easy, have some fun today, do things that make you smile, do things that make you happy. All right, that is the Faeries Oracle. If you are done with that, I hope you have a lovely day. If you'd like to see the tarot or the Orishas, stay tuned or click the link the timestamp below. Okay, so with our tarot of the Orishas, we have Bloodstone. Bloodstone is one of my favorite stones. They're all one of my favorite stones, let's be honest. But Bloodstone is a really good stone for also building up courage. It is also a great stone for empowering yourself, for finding strength within yourself. It is a wonderful stone for healing. For this and Aventurine are two great stones for the heart chakra. And this one also is supposedly helpful for healing different organs within your body. I can't remember off the top of my head all of them. I know like there's liver, there's the lungs, and a couple of others, but it's a healing stone. So if you need healing, if you're suffering any kind of pain, any kind of emotional troubles, the Bloodstone is said to be helpful to kind of alleviate those pains and kind of help you to cope with mental or emotional pains and to move forward in your life with this stone. It brings you strength, it brings you power, it brings you more stability and more grounding, okay? So if you are in need of a little bit of extra power, a little bit of strength, a little bit of grounding, a little bit of protection, Bloodstone is also really great for protection. It has a way of, I guess, I don't know if it absorbs or it pushes away. So there are some stones that push away negativity and just kind of push it away from you. Then there are other stones that will absorb it into themselves to keep it from you, but you do need to clean them and, routinely kind of try to keep them from holding on to that negativity all the time if you're going to be carrying them with you. And I think Bloodstone is one of those stones that absorbs the negativity in your environment, and you need to regularly cleanse it and make sure that it's not just kind of holding on to all of that ickiness, okay? So that is Bloodstone. Let's see what messages you have from the Orishas. So from our ancestors, from those who guide us and those who came before us, the Orishas of the Yoruba, those gods, those beings who speak to us, whose very nature connects us to nature itself. Please tell us what messages you have for those who chose this deck, for those who need messages from you. Please let us know what they need to hear, what they need to see or understand for this day, Monday, April 22nd, 2019. Thank you. Please and thank you. You have karma. Oh. So, this card, I think, speaks about balance. I think it speaks about being aware of your behaviors and your choices. And I think it also speaks to understanding your ancestors or understanding your history. It's like, the way I think of karma is that it doesn't really affect you in this current life. The things you do, the choices you make, the life you live, all of that is building up karma for your next cycle. So the things you do now, lots of people think that, if you do something crappy, karma is going to get you in this lifetime. But that is not really how it works. It's really like what you did in your previous lifetime, who you were, that's how you started. Like that affected what you started as, and the kind of energy that may be clinging to you as you go through this life. And you need to work towards understanding that. You need to work towards cleansing yourself of that, or healing yourself from whatever it was that happened in your past life. And the work that you do in this life is going to affect you in the next life. So each life we're getting a chance to kind of make it a little bit better. But if you're like a jerk right now, that doesn't mean you're gonna suffer for your jerkiness next week. And there are so many people in the world that are a clear demonstration that the idea that we have of karma as something that happens just because you're bad is entirely false. Like there's so much evidence that being a bad person doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be faced with bad results in this lifetime. But in your next lifetime, you better believe the universe is going to pay you in in full for what you did in this one. So I do think that with this karma card, I'm just telling you to kind of look into your history or try to get in touch with your either your ancestors, your familial, your family karma, the history of those who came before you, and of course your own past life. So really take some time to figure out, you know, why you're in the station that you're in now, why you're in this position or in this, why you incarnated into this life the way that you did, what you needed to learn, what you needed to understand. Really work to understand that. Really work to figure that out. Do some shadow work today and get yourself kind of balanced, because the ancestors are watching over you and they are trying to guide you so that you can heal, and so that in the next life you are a little bit more so that you're just kind of closer to achieving some sort of spiritual fulfillment, whatever that is for you, whatever your spiritual journey is, whatever it is that you need to know and you need to learn. I think today is a really good time to really try to figure out, I guess, parts of your history, or try to understand why you are who you are, why you're where you are, and what legacy you might be leaving to your future self and to your descendants as well, because our karma isn't just for us either. Our karma tends to affect anyone whose soul is connected to ours, and maybe I'll get more into that in another video, like the soulmate connection, or the soul circle connection as I like to call it. But your karma, your energetic legacy affects people around you. It affects your family, it affects your loved one, it affects everyone who's going to follow you into that next life. So it's really important, I think, to try to understand that now, and understand what you can do to help improve yourself, improve your spiritual journey as you're going, and what you can do to help heal from the things that happened in your past incarnations. Okay, let's see what the book says about karma. Yeah, like when I was reading that, I don't know, like there was a lot going on up here in my face. It's still going on. So karma, where are you? I really do like this deck. I'm not sure I love the book, not because of what it says, but because it's organization, and I don't know. I feel like it's just I don't know where anything is, and there's no way of knowing that unless I like know the book and know the deck, and I'd have to sit down for like hours reading it, and that's just not your girl. Karma. Each scale of the balance holds an eye, showing that nothing is beyond the control of the law of cause and effect. The two ends of life, childhood and old age, are represented on each side of the card. The physiognomy involved is intended to show how the passing of time modifies not only physical but also mental features, attitude, and standards of conduct drawn from experience. The old woman leans on her image as a young girl, as if turning her back to the past. She seems to be preparing herself resignedly for what may come, aware that lost time will not return and that gained time may be capitalized upon. She will have to make a new start, and in this endless wheel, all good done for her and the others will be compensated, bringing more peace and quiet. The wisdom of an old person will join the innocence of a child, a perfect combination marking an instant of ecstasy and deep enlightenment. There are many universal laws, such as the laws of life, growth, reproduction, and death, or rather, disincarnation. We all know them, and sometimes during our life we think that they are unfair and indiscriminate. However, there is one law above all others about which many things are unknown. In my opinion, this is due, among other things, to our internal desire to justify errors, defects, and wrongful deeds, and to pass them off onto others as if they were the perpetrators. Such is the law of karma that governs all of us. Such is the law of karma that governs all of us, and which is the drive shaft of a supplementary law called the law of reincarnation, i.e., coming back to this world in our essence or spirit, but in a different body to fulfill and bear our karma. It's also called the law of cause and effect. It explains our behavior and arises from the fact that whatever we do in this or former incarnations will be the original cause or source of what we will have to live through on this plane or on other planes, either enjoying life for all the good done or repairing defects and past bad behavior. Karma may be either positive or negative, depending on our behavior. As we reach a spiritual light, we purify bad karma and bring ourselves closer through this difficult learning experience to higher dimensions until someday we will be with the divine. If we live our lives according to truth and justice, we will be rewarded with good karma. This is wise teaching where time is of the essence. Let us not lose it. Freedom of spirit, reward for good work, legal actions, and conflicts are in our favor. Along the road, we will find the true oasis, regardless of the obstacles or difficulties encountered. Let us do away with them. Let us use the intelligence and free will our divine has given us and help our fellow human beings, respecting and loving them above all. All right, that is your reading with the Tarot of the Orishas. I think the message is pretty clear. Try to live your best life. Try to be kind, be good, and again, really try to understand your karma, where you came from, what it was in your past life that brought you to where you are now. Because when you start learning to understand that or trying to understand that, so many things will open up for you, and you will have such a clear vision of where you want to go, or at least where you're trying to go in your life. So really dig into that past life kind of jazz. Thank you so much for being here. Please forgive me when my words do the weird thing. That's just kind of how it works when I speak, because I spend a lot of time like writing and stuff, and I never remember things on the spot. Like when I'm trying to remember words, they just kind of float out of my head, and so I have to say something close enough. All right, so thank you so much for being here. I will see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful, wonderful, and amazing night. And remember always that I love you. Bye.